Good morning, Coach Musick here. I'm just excited for my team to be able to take the floor tomorrow in Bud Walton as we begin a new era of Arkansas women's basketball. We're excited to play someone other than ourselves or our male practice team. So we need to see where we're at, what we need to work on, and just have the opportunity for our fans to come out and check us out like I said, as we embark on some new culture, a whole new system, and an entirely new program. So we're excited for the opportunity to play someone else at this point.
All right, Ethan.
Hey Kelsey, good morning. Attacking this exhibition, do y'all treat it like a normal game with all the scouting and kind of how you do the game day routines, or like what does that look like?
Absolutely. I think it's important as we prep for a season that we can start by implementing how we want to prepare for scouts, how we want to prepare, both on the floor and off the floor as far as getting those routines down early. I think it helps because we do have some returners, but we also do things extremely different. And just making sure our freshmen and all of our newcomers understand our expectations and the way that we go about preparing for a game.
What does that look like for you? How early do you like your players to get to the gym, getting up shots on a game day? How hard do y'all practice, I guess, the day before?
Well, I'm sure if you asked them about yesterday's practice, it was pretty intense and pretty hard. We got up and down the floor, and we battled against ourselves and against our male practice team as we were prepping. We also are still getting better at doing what we do and embracing that, and I think that's something that I'm trying to get across to them. As far as today, we'll utilize the majority of our practice time. Obviously some of that will entail us, going through what a game day in Bud Walton is like, not just with ourselves, but with, everyone that has a part in making that happen. And so making sure our players understand the pregame, but also prepping for our game. So today will probably be a little bit of a longer practice. Tomorrow we usually expect them, usually about 2 hours at least before tip. But I would expect them on the floor closer to 90 minutes, if not a little sooner. So they can make sure that, they get ready mentally, but at the same time, they're ready for our warm up and our team prep as well.
What are you kind of looking for from your team? First time playing an opponent with fans in the stands, just kind of what do you hope you see?
Well, the expectation is obviously, like I said, our culture, but our system and the style of play. So making sure that we're playing, running our high octane offense efficiently and effectively, limiting our turnovers is going to be extremely important as we embark on this new season. And then executing our defensive game plan are three of the probably the biggest things I'm going to look for. Energy and effort should be a given, but I expect us to play with a lot of energy, a lot of passion and just excitement for something new and excitement for a new era. And my players are ready to be able to have some fans watch them and support them as well.
Obviously, in college basketball now, these closed door scrimmages are a big deal. Just wondering if your team has played in any, and if they did, how they performed.
Yeah, we did have a one closed scrimmage about it was a little over a week ago. And, I thought for our first scrimmage, I thought we did a really good job of scoring. We did a pretty good job of defending in the shell, considering, we didn't have a lot of prep time because we were worried about doing what we do and getting all of our stuff in, to be quite honest. I thought the biggest thing was we have to limit our turnovers. I thought we played at a really good pace, but we have to limit our turnovers playing at that high level and that high octane and that that pace of both ends of the floor. We have to limit our turnovers and capitalize when we force turnovers a lot better.
Who did y'all play, and was it here in Fayetteville?
Yeah, I was here in Fayetteville. We played Tulsa.
Okay, cool. Last thing I'll ask for right now is just tomorrow, what are you hoping whenever you walk onto that court for the first time to see from the fan base? First chance for them to get to see you.
I just hope they're as excited as we are to see them. We're excited for the faithful Razorbacks to come out and support our women's basketball team in this new era. But I just hope that they are excited as we are. I hope that they just bring some excitement. I hope they, are ready to call the Hogs and that they really do get excited for my team and show the passion and the energy that we're going to play with.
Dudley.
Hey, Coach, thanks for taking time. You had the opportunity to bring along a couple of your players that, obviously you're familiar with. How did they help in maybe the transition and in helping the other players know what you want from a practice and as you get closer to the season?
Honestly, they have been a huge asset. They want to understand my expectations. They understand my system and my style of play. So I think that they've been really able to help relay that message to their teammates. They're out there playing with them every day. They can help correct and help them learn the offense quicker, in my opinion. And then just like I said, the expectations, the energy, those sort of things that are extremely important in laying our foundation. They help get the point across, and they help the other players understand. And I think they're really good encouragers. They're high character people and really good basketball players as well. So I think that that helps translate into the locker room as well.
Talk to me a little bit about, you've talked about playing up tempo and you recruited to that, I'm sure. How have they adjusted to that? And do you feel like you can institute that full system early on?
Absolutely. I've always kind of lived and died by it. The dribble drive is what I've had a lot of success with, and I plan to do that here. I know that it does take time, but I love the fact that my players are embracing the fact that we do want to play fast. I just have to help them understand that with the speed, we have to make quicker, more efficient decisions to limit those turnovers. But I really do think that the players are really embracing the high octane offense, and they're enjoying it. We just have to continue to refine it and critique it to get better at it each and every day.
And talk to me a little bit about expectations this season. Obviously, as you continue to go along, you'll see what kind of team you have. But as you go into the season, what kind of expectations do you have in terms of just what you want to see out there on the court?
First and foremost is the culture. My pillars are faith, family, and fearless. So, really implementing and laying that foundation in this first season is going to be important. I think bringing back that excitement to women's basketball here in Arkansas and at Bud Walton is going to be extremely important. And just that the energy and the passion that I want my players to play with, that they're going to play hard for 40 minutes, that they're going to give it their all, that they're going to do their best to execute any game plan we have, that they're going to dive on the floor for loose balls. We're going to play fast. We're going to be entertaining. And it's going to be an excitement for, all the fans from young children, to the grandparents that want to come out, to the faithfuls. We want everyone to come out and give us a chance. But I expect my players to play at a high level with extreme energy, extreme, just that competition that they're going to bring it every single night we have the opportunity to take the court.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Ethan?
Yep. I know it's early and things can always change once you get into the season, but do you have an idea yet kind of how deep of a rotation you want, like during just kind of your main rotation?
It's always subject to change. If you go back and you check my track record, on average, it's about 8 or 9 that are in a rotation. It's been as little as 7 in the past. But I think here we could maybe potentially go a little deeper, but it just depends. Like I said, with injuries and just, with how a season goes, because you never know what's going to pop up, what's going to happen. So, that's just something that we have to kind of deal with on a day by day basis. But I would say on average, about 8.
And then last thing I'll ask is for those returners, I know you said like even game days and stuff will look a little bit different for them still. Um, but having them that are familiar with kind of like this fan base and just helping you acclimate to the program as a first year coach, what type of asset have they been to kind of lean on here for you?
They've been awesome. They're excited to still be here and to put on the Razorback jersey. And so just we had the fan engagement night the other night, and just so I thought that was an amazing opportunity for our fans to interact and just to see their excitement for the returners, but to see their excitement for the newcomers, but how everyone was engaged. I love the fact that they genuinely love our players, and that we had such a good turnout, and I'm expecting that in Bud Walton tomorrow night as well.
Meredith?
Hey, Coach, just a couple quick ones for me. Is there any player at this point? I know you guys obviously haven't played another team yet, but is there anyone who stuck out to you on your team currently?
Obviously, I would say, Talia Jones, for starters, I've coached her. This will be my third season with her. So she understands my style of play, my expectations, the speed in which I want to play. And she's really morphed into a really good leader as well. So I think she's done a really good job in this transition period of coming to a new university and adjusting to a new team. She still plays with the speed and the confidence, and she's really starting to come on and just, really embrace the fact that this is her senior season, and she's kind of going all out for it. And I love that.
And then finally, what can the fans expect from this team, or what do you want them to know about your first Arkansas team?
I want them to know that these players want to be here. They want to wear a Razorback jersey and they want to perform and they want to do a very good job for each and every fan as they represent the entire state. That this team is going to play with energy, with passion, with a conviction that they want to get better each and every day, and they want to win. They want to be better and they want to perform at a high level, and they're working hard every single day to get that done.
Any other
Thank
questions?
you.
No. All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. You guys have a blessed day.